Welcome back, guys, to Sharpen Your Sword podcast, episode 26. I want to start off by saying thank you guys so much for all the support. We are seeing a lot of growth on our YouTube and our social media, so I really appreciate you guys because that helps us get out, okay? That helps us hit the algorithm and reach a bigger audience. So thank you so much. And if you have not, guys, please share our posts, subscribe to our YouTube, leave us some comments. That also helps us reach a bigger audience. We are also dropping our brand, so our Sharpen Your Sword SYS clothing brand. We'll have a lot of different merch. We'll have an online store up and ready here in hopefully a couple of weeks, okay? And so you can follow that page on Sharpen Your Sword Official on Instagram, where you can stay up to date, and we will be giving giveaways on some of the merch to some lucky winners. So thanks, guys, for staying tuned. Today on episode 26, I am here with the #1 co-host in the world, Giovanni Jimenez.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Guys, on the last episode, we delved deep in a lot of things, okay? But one thing stood out to a lot of people, and it was the lady in the red dress, okay? The lady in the red dress stood out to a lot of people, and she resonated with a lot of people. And so today we are going to start off this episode talking about what the lady in the red dress is. And this is going to be a two-part series. So part one, which is today, episode 26, we're going to talk about what the lady in the red dress is and giving you tips on how to identify the lady in the red dress and what she can do for you, what she can do against you to prevent you from achieving what you want. All right? And then we'll have a part two on how to beat this lady in the red dress and how to accomplish your goals without being distracted by the lady in the red dress. You ready to get after it, Gio?
Let's do it, man. Let's talk about this lady.
So, guys, the lady in the red dress, I was always, the last few years, I became very aware of distractions. It took me 25 years, right? But you tend, because of day-to-day life and responsibilities and other things, you get distracted and you kind of forget about paying attention or being aware of what's distracting you.
Yeah.
Or what's your downfall, or what's your temptations, or what's your vices, okay? And so as you start working on personal development, you start becoming more aware of yourself, of your thinking process, and of your actions, right? And this has been kind of a process of sharpening your sword, you know, of me sharpening my sword. It's really happened the last few years, and that's why I decided to create this podcast. But I was on a business trip a few weeks ago. I was out of town, and I was by myself. So when I'm by myself, I like to keep myself busy, okay? I have a lot of work to do, but I like to keep myself busy. And I'm usually always have an AirPod in my ear, and I'm always listening to an entrepreneur, right? I'm always listening to an entrepreneur or someone that's very successful and trying to learn mindset, you know, trying to feed my mind good things. And the one guy I like to listen to is Alex Hormozi. And I remember exactly where I was. Okay, I was out of town, but I still visualized the street. I still visualized everything. It wasn't in the best part of the city, but this part was special because he brought up the lady in the red dress. And right away, it resonated with me. And he started talking about the lady in the red dress. Yeah. And so this was probably a month or so ago, and ever since that happened, I've been thinking about the lady in the red dress and how I can prevent her from getting close to me, or how I can prevent myself from falling and tripping for the lady in the red dress, okay? And so I really liked when he used that as a metaphor, because in the movies, right, you see it's a romance movie or whatever kind of movie it is, and then a woman appears, right? She walks into a ballroom. And then everybody kind of looks at her. Everybody turns their head slowly. Everything slows down and kind of zooms in on her. And she has this red dress on. She's, you know, pretty woman. She has this red dress on, maybe sparkly red dress that fits her body, you know, fits her figure, with heels on, you know, maybe cut off sleeves, red lipstick, makeup, and it's just like she's the lady in the red dress. Very attractive, very seductive, and the spotlight's on her. And everybody turns, right? And so I tell people, think of it that way. It's whatever gets you to turn, whatever gets you to open your mouth and drop your jaw, right? Whatever gets you to stumble, whatever gets you to trip, all right? This is the lady in the red dress. Your distractions, your vices, what can prevent you from doing the work that's needed to be done. Procrastination, right? Sins, whatever it is that you want to put. Negative, for the most part, negative connotation. Okay? This is the lady in the red dress. And because of the lady in the red dress, a lot of people are not aware. This is why they don't get to reach their fullest potential. This is why they don't get to have a sharp sword. Because the lady in the red dress is preventing them from becoming sharper every single day.
So what is the purpose of this lady? Why is she in your life?
So the lady in the red dress is in your life because we're humans, right? As humans, we're distracted. I mean, we don't want her in our life, right? But this is something you have to accept the fact of, that she will always be here. This lady in the red dress is for your downfall. It's for you to prevent you from achieving your next level, to achieving your goals, achieving your dreams, becoming a better husband, wife, entrepreneur, athlete, businessman, businesswoman, whatever it is. This lady, her purpose is to stop you from achieving that thing. Okay? But most people don't understand the lady in the red dress. They don't know what's the lady in the red dress for them. We all have the lady in the red dress, and we can relate. For example, one thing is procrastination. That's the lady in the red dress. Everyone has that, okay? But some people it's alcohol. Some people it's different drugs. For me, it's neither alcohol or drugs. Those don't faze me. But for somebody, that can be their downfall.
Yeah.
Okay? So there's some things that we will have that are similar and we can agree on. Some things that are lady in the red dress to you are not lady in the red dress to me. But everyone has them and everybody needs to find them.
Yeah.
So that's first part. The lady in the red dress, we don't want her in our life. But she's always will be. Okay? But it's up to you to be aware of what's the lady in the red dress for you. Okay? And be aware and find out and dig deep on which lady in the red dress made you fall or is preventing you. Okay? Because there's multiple ladies in red dress preventing you from achieving what you want. Okay? And now, once we figure that out and aware of what's been the lady in the dress for us, is to prevent that from happening in the future. And to have control over whether she affects us or not. Mm-hmm. That is the ladies in the red dress, ladies and gentlemen.
Crazy. And so this is a 2-part series, right? Today we're talking about just the various forms that this lady comes in. And so unfortunately, a lot of people, we go through life and we don't realize it, but every day we fall for this lady. You know, she sways her hips, jaw drops, we're mesmerized, and we fall for her. And the thing is, you fall for her throughout the whole day, right? And because she presents herself, you don't invite this lady into your life. She's here, right? She's here to stay. She's always going to be here. And you fall for her every single day. You can fall for her every single hour. For example, like procrastination. And so, like you said, the purpose of this lady is to distract you from being your fullest potential. Because at the end of the day, like, you know how every animal has a predator? You know? Humans, like, who are predators? In modern day, who are predators? No animals are predator, really. No animal possesses threat in modern society. So our own mind is our own predator. Yeah. Our own mind takes us down. You know, and it's this lady in the red dress. This morning, I actually caught myself. I woke up early this morning. And then I caught myself wanting to lay down again. Right? Before I laid down again, it was like an hour after I had already woke up. Before I laid down, I said, that's the motherfucking lady in the red dress. I said it out loud. and I did not lay down. I said, nope. I'm gonna go for this run. And so she presents herself in a very sneaky way. You know, she always gets you when you're vulnerable. You know, they never get you at your best. You know, it's just like the animals. They always hunt for the weakest link. They always hunt for the weak gazelle. Just like that is the lady in red dress. She gets you in your weak points. And so one aspect that this lady in the dress will be in is she'll be in your personal life, you know, like in toxic relationships. And so can you give examples of toxic relationships and how they affect you in your life when you have toxic, negative people around you, people who bring drama, people who discourage your ambitions, right? Who say, oh, you're dreaming too big. People who just divert your attention, or people who are a little bit envious because they see that you have this growth mindset and they kind of want to diverge you from that because it makes them feel insecure for who because they themselves are not that person.
So the toxic relationships are everywhere, right? And when you're young, you don't recognize them. And this is just the reality. Some people are like, well, you have a negative outlook on life or relationships. No, this is just the truth. When you're around people, why are you around them? Or when people are around you, why are they around you? Do they truly care for you? Do they genuinely care for you? Or like I say, they're like a leech. They're eating off of your plate, right? Which one is it? Okay? Is it mutual or is it one-sided? And most people can't differentiate or are not aware of this because detachment for humans is one of the hardest things. Detaching from another human, getting away from a human being, right? Feelings, memories, whatever it is, because there's a connection, right? And so they feel bad. And so the toxic relationships that are lady in the red dress can be people around you that are full of negative energy, that have no purpose really or no life goals, no dreams. They're not really going after anything. Mm-hmm. Okay? And they say you are who you hang out with. You are who's around you, right? So if you look at somebody and you see everybody around him, they're usually on the same level. Yeah. They're usually on the same wavelength. They're on the same frequency, okay? And so this is one of the biggest things that people need to be aware of growing up and being around circles of people is this is one of the ladies in a red dress. People don't understand that. But you hang out with people and they're always wanting to hang out and they're always wanting to do this and they always want to do that. But for what are we doing? What are we achieving besides here smacking our lips, sitting in a circle, having drama and talking about people? Yeah. Gossiping.
100%. And this, pretty much, you hang out with these people, right? These people are drifters, right? They have no goal. And you fall in this group, and this is how she keeps you from achieving your goals. You know, this is how she keeps you from being on task. Because you hang around these people, you know, and then you feel like, oh, these people are like, they're not achieving much. And there's no pressure for you to achieve. Mm-hmm. There's no motivation for you to achieve, you know? Another one, which is we talked about it, is in your personal life, right? I'm talking about personal life, is procrastination, which is the urge to delay tasks, important tasks, in favor more enjoyable, less challenging activities like TV, social media, whatever, right? How does the lady in a red dress present herself as procrastination in your daily life?
So the procrastination, man, everybody falls for this one. This one is, I don't care who you are. This is the lady in the red dress for almost everybody. They can agree on this one, right? So everybody has the lady in the red dress dealing with procrastination. And it's so many things. It can be what you did in like, hey, let me lay down in bed. For whatever reason, you come up with something. I'll do this in a minute. I'll push it back a minute. I woke up this morning, same like you, right? But I haven't gotten out of bed yet. Woke up at 4:30, snoozed it. 1 time, snoozed it. 2 times, snoozed it. 3 times. Yeah. I set like 40 alarms. Like, I'm going to get up, you know? And some people may say that's weakness, right? And the truth is it is. I should get up after the first alarm, okay? But, and it's like, bro, you're wore out. You've taught classes this week. You know, just a few more minutes. I kept pushing it back. That's procrastination. I'm beating around the bush. Okay? And so I wasted 30, 40 minutes beating around the bush. I still got up and did it, you know? But it's small things like that. Or I got on my phone. I posted some stuff on my phone, on my social media, and then I started scrolling. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I told you this is like a kind of a secret, like a secret weapon. Not a secret weapon, but like a tip or a trick for me to get up because the screen wakes you up. Mm-hmm. You know? It's a weakness, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would admit, you know what I'm saying? But the point is, I started scrolling social media. That's procrastination. Okay? That's just the easiest one is the phone. This thing is the easiest procrastination tool out there. You know what I mean? Another one is talking to people when you have work to get done. This is another big one. You have something to do, but you're smacking your lips. You know what I mean? You're avoiding what needs to be done. You know, I don't want to walk away. It's not that I don't want to talk to you, but I have work to do. You know, I wish I had the free time that you have to just sit around and talk. I don't have it. I wish I can sit on the phone with you for 2 hours and talk. I don't have it. All these are procrastination. The texting. This is all procrastination.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It can be small things like you're walking in your house and you're going to your desk, for example, and the TV's on. You just sit there and look at the TV for 10, 15 minutes. Procrastination. Small things. Well, it's just 5 minutes, coach. 5 minutes, Mo. But it's still procrastination.
Yeah.
Now, you add it up. How many hours of procrastination did you do in one day?
And then in a week, and then in a month, and a year.
That adds up. You know, I read something like some people are active, like not even like 2 hours and 20 minutes a day of work they do.
Really?
Yeah. Out of a work day, say an 8-hour work day. They're only productive 2 hours, 2.5 hours, for example, roughly.
So what the hell they do the rest of the time?
Procrastinate. Screen time, macking their lips with the coworkers, looking on Etsy, you know what I'm saying? Looking on Amazon.
On Temu.
You know what I'm saying? On whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's procrastination. So out of an 8-hour work shift, you only work 2 hours, you're being productive. And that's, some people are saying it's less, right? That's just an example. So what did you do with the other 6 hours of work? Then you get upset if you get fired or you don't get a raise. You know what I'm saying? So in your life, if you do this, if you procrastinate, what is the percentage on that? Let me see.
Percentage on what?
2 hours out of 8. 2 out of 8 hours. I'm gonna see real quick, guys.
What is that? That might be.
It's over
20%?
over 70%.
25%?
Something like, guys, I'm not a mathematician, okay?
Close to 30%, I think.
So imagine only being productive 20% out of your life.
No, that's crazy when you think about it like that.
You know what I'm saying? Out of your whole life, you only became productive out of 70 years. What is the average of life? 65 to 75 or something like that?
Yeah.
So what is 20% of that? 25. So give it a bigger number. Let's say 70. So out of 70 years, you're not even productive 18 years of that.
Yeah.
What the hell?
What the fudge?
Am I doing the math right?
It is. It's 17.5.
So out of 70 years, you're only productive 18 years of your life. Now, what the hell are you going to accomplish besides shit, eat, sleep, and repeat?
And then maybe a social security check.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So what did you, like, and then people complain about what they don't have. This is the problem with the lady in the red dress, is you don't know. Like, you're not, like I told you, I became aware, I didn't think of it that deep, but like 4 years ago. 3 years ago. I started becoming very obsessed with personal development. I've always done it. Since I was 18, 19. I've always done it. But not to the level I'm doing it now. Right? But when I heard the lady in the red dress, I'm like, damn, this lady's everywhere. And so now, people may like, you're crazy. Like, I look for the lady in the red dress. In my day-to-day life, I don't like go stress over the lady in the red dress. But I think about, okay, that's the lady in the red dress. Or what can be the lady in the red dress for me that's going to stop me today? Like today. I have a thing when I was working. I have 2 big projects I got to do. And I was sitting on a computer. And I was typing. And my screen went off. Just like it did right now. Instagram message, right? Instagram message comes in. I picked up. And I'm like, damn, what are you doing? So I have to be aware. That's, for me, the screen, the phone is the lady in red dress. Why? Because so many people message me. So many people send me things. And so that one is a very big lady. It's a lady in a red dress for me, big time. So I cannot touch this phone when I'm working. Because if I keep touching it every couple minutes, after 8 hours, there's days I've looked on my screen times. I was on my phone like 6 to 8 hours. Like, what did I do in 6 to 8 hours, bro?
Yeah.
On my phone. It pisses me off when I see that. You know what I mean? But because of that, what did I accomplish? Or what can I have done more? Now, again, guys, this is a reminder that we're not trying, this is not a podcast just to be average, right? This is to have two sharp swords, to be mentally at the best version that you can mentally possibly be, and to be physically at the best physical version you can possibly be, right? So this is not for somebody like, well, what's wrong with Instagram? Shut up. What's wrong with Instagram is you. That's why you're crying on social media.
Yeah.
Right? We're not talking to you guys. I'm talking to the people that want to achieve their dream. They want to live their dreams. Okay? So, yes, being on my phone, that's procrastination. Even if it's just me replying to a message. Some messages, I can ignore them. You know what I mean? So, this procrastination thing is everywhere. What's some procrastination for you?
So, I think social media is one of the biggest ones, and I had to realize it. Because one day I looked at, like, how much you're on your phone. And I say, what the fudge? I'm on my phone that much? So what I did is I put 15 minutes max per day on each app. 15 minutes, and that's still a lot. 15 minutes on Facebook, 15 minutes Instagram, 15 minutes on Reddit. And then try this experiment. Put 15-minute limit on social media, get on it, and it will come that fast. You be like, dang, 15 minutes already passed? Like, now imagine when you people that don't have the limit, right? And people scroll until they get tired. Imagine how long it takes for you to get tired. If 15 minutes came by like that, hours will go by, you know? I say for me, it's procrastination in sense of social media. Social media will take a lot of time from you. Like, I'll get on Instagram to look up something, right? And then I see a meme, and next thing you know, I'm scrolling down memes. Boom, and I'm like, wait, what? And then I close the app. I'm like, wait, why'd I get on it again? Oh, yeah, because of this. I say, for me, it's got to be social media. Another one has got to be eating at restaurants.
Yeah, I had to break myself of that habit.
Because it's always like, it presents itself as like, and the thing is, it catches you when you're hungry.
That's the problem.
You know, it catches you hungry, and you make a bad decision. And I remember one time you were like, yeah, I want to have a burger. And I'm like, you had a burger? That's weird. And you were like, fudge, bro. I hate that I ate that burger, right? And then it'd be like that too. Like, you'd be like, yeah, some motherfucking, some McDonald's sound good right now. Or some fries. It's, I'll say food. One that I got over was video games. I realized I like playing video games, especially after work, and I'll go to sleep late. So what I did is I just took the cables out, I threw them in a drawer, and I did not play. I say going to sleep late, being on your phone, YouTube videos. That's a big one. One that's very underrated is music. People think music is harmless, but music is very overstimulating. It overstimulates your brain. So if you overstimulate your brain with music, your brain is already exhausted, right? Just like your muscles. You work them out, boom, boom, boom. Then by the time it gets to do real work, motherfucking brain is already been stimulated, so you can't give full effort.
So imagine listening to rap music.
And actually, I think statistics said that you get 80% boost. But what you call that? That's another one. Same profanity. It gets addicting. I'm not gonna lie. I used to get watching the news was big for me.
Yeah.
Right? People, I was talking to my girlfriend. I was like, I told her, you watch these kind of videos? I'm like, you get addicted to being mad. She said, why would you want to be mad? I'm like, you get addicted to that feeling of anger and hate. It's and you watch the videos and you get angry, right? And there's so much hate out there,
bro.
And for everything, and I think that's one of the biggest ones I overcame, which is watching the news, which is that addiction of anger. Or if you watch Fox News, you will get angry. I've never met somebody that does not watch Fox News and is not angry. It's just the truth, you know? Or the news in terms of fear. People get addicted to that fear.
Fear-mongering.
Fear-mongering. People are always talking about the end of the world, right? Oh, my God, the end of the world. Like, oh, well. I remember one time I saw a video and I fell for this. I saw a video like in 2022. It was like, I watched it in April, and it said, by July, and you were like, by July, stores are going to be empty. And I was at work, and I was like, oh, no kidding. On my lunch break, I went to Kroger, and I filled up a cart full of beans, right? And I called my parents. I'm like, yo, what's the phone number to the cart so I get a discount, right? They're like, what are you doing? Like, why are you, like, put them beans back. And then I called myself back, and I'm like, yeah, what am I doing? Right? It came back around. July came by, and the stores had food, right? Yeah. But these people fearmonger. Yeah. That's how they make money. For me, those were my biggest ones. Today, I think one of the biggest ones is the comfort of staying in bed. That's a big one, you know? And I think people lie to themselves. They're like, no, I need to get my 8-hour rest. I need to get my 7-hour rest, right? And these are people that don't even work out. Like, bro, your body is not broken down for you to be claiming that you need these 8 hours, right? Yeah. And then I've been only sleeping 6 hours, and I feel good. You know, I can operate. Now by nighttime, I'm dead, and I can't be on my phone no more. Mm-hmm. So that solves the problem, right? But I think those are my biggest ones. And I think when I was a younger man, 18, 19, 20, 21, I think I was hanging around the wrong crowd in the sense that I was hanging around people that didn't have goals in life. Mm-hmm. And so I forgot about having my goals, you know, and I just hung around, do all this dumb stuff, being young. And then that was wasted time, wasted potential. And so I don't cry about it, right? Who cares? Now you know not to do that. But I think as a young man, that was one of my biggest distractions, was hanging around non-ambitious people, you know?
Which is a big one. That's a big one, for real. Because when you're battling your life, like battling day-to-day responsibilities every day, and you don't have somebody to remind you, like, bro, get up and do what you got to do. Like, remember the villa, remember this, remember that, whatever it is, right? You kind of brush it off. Like, you're just in survival mode. Yeah. Which most people are in survival mode, right? Is the people around you, man, like, that's one thing that's a big lady in a red dress. It's a big flag right there. They're not benefiting you. She's just dragging you down. You know? And on that topic is like, and this is in your personal life, your work life, whatever it is one thing that I noticed with today's generation, and when I say today's generation, I mean like as a society, not just like the young guys or young girls. For some reason, cause I hang out around a lot of older people. I don't want them to hear me. My elders, okay? But I hang around a lot of professionals and stuff like that. They're cool, they're chill. But because I tend to be around the older crowd, I know a lot of other professionals that are 40s or 50s or whatever it is, okay? And because of my background, my occupation, I know a lot of people, right? Doesn't matter what their age is, they always want to be with somebody. It's like they can't be by themselves. And I think this one is a big problem that people don't recognize. They always want to be at a party, and this is, you don't have to think like club going hard. And it's just like always birthday parties or always doing like, you know, football parties, Super Bowl parties, basketball parties.
Social gatherings?
Just social gathering. Like it's nonstop though. Like what like for me, it's like, bro, what are you doing? And I get, granted, I'm a homebody, right? That's the term they use today. Yeah. I want to be at home, leave me alone, right? But I'll still go out and see. I will associate myself, you know, because part of your duty is to associate yourself with certain people. If they have a gathering or whatever it is, I need to be there, I'll be there. But it's not that it's even out of that context that they're going there. It's because they can't sit at home. They can't be by themselves. They always have to be with somebody. That's what keeps them going. And honestly, like, I like to be around people, right? Some people I like. So you can burn, you can go get coffee right now. We can burn the whole day there today, correct?
Yeah.
Easily, we'll burn the whole day there. So imagine you do that 2-3 days out of the week. Just to, like, we do it for our work. You know, every now and then I'll meet you and we'll talk. But imagine doing that nonstop, and you don't know deep down inside why you're doing it. Most people, it's because you can't be by yourself. You know, and I listened to somebody today. I don't know his name. I need to figure his name out. He's the old guy, country guy that's like sitting on a rocking chair, has a deep voice.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
I've seen his videos, yeah.
And he was saying, like, everybody wants to have a companion, but you can't be happy with other companions or something like that unless you're a companion for yourself. So you have to be comfortable with yourself and happy with yourself and enjoy being with yourself. If you can't enjoy being with your own self, you will never enjoy being with somebody else. You know? And so most of these people have other problems in their life with their coworkers. Somebody's always fighting their coworker. Always. You always hear this. Yeah. Somehow they always fight their coworkers. They're always in arguments with their friends. They're always arguments with their relationship. You know what I'm saying? And the truth is because they can't be by themselves. It's part of the problem. You know, so I think this is another lady in a red dress, is being able to be at home by yourself or be at work by yourself and do work by yourself. Work on yourself by yourself. Whatever it is, by yourself. You know, and not distracting yourself with people, interactions with people. Yeah. You know, because that's another procrastination thing. Like on a Saturday, I can go to a party or I can sit home and work on my business. I can study. Can it be considered obsessive these days? Can it be considered toxic these days? Yeah, but I'm not talking to those people. I'm talking to the people that want to live in their dreams. This is another lady in a red dress. Do I go to the party or do I study to become better?
Yep. That's crazy. And that was like in your personal life. Another one, big temptations, lady dress, is social media. We talked about it a little bit. But one of the biggest things with social media is, yes, it is the losing hours, right? Watching dumb stuff that serves you no purpose, right? You just watched a goofy video or a goofy prank, right? That you forgot. You're going to forget about it in a week. The next day, you forgot you even watched it, right? So you're destroying time. But the biggest one and the biggest trap with social media is comparison. Constantly comparing your life with other people's lives. And this comparison, the lady in the red dress shows, oh, look at you, Gio. You don't got a Bugatti. What color's your Bugatti? You're not benching 315 pounds.
Why are we talking about 315 pounds? Cause
your triceps are not the size of a soccer ball, right? All these dumb stuff, which I've never thought that, right? Just saying funny examples. But comparison is one of the biggest downfalls from social media. That's one of the biggest ladies in the red dress. And she presents herself to you, right? And you fall for it. And so you start having these negative thoughts. These negative thoughts comfort you. These negative thoughts comfort you for not doing enough. These negative, or you have this hate for people, right? You find comfort in this hate, like hating on successful people, just hating in general. So this is one of the biggest things that social media will do for you, and it'll destroy you. It'll lead you to self-doubt. It'll lead you to lose motivation in life because you're comparing. Like, oh, look at his journey. Look at mine. I'm nowhere near as far as he's gone, and we're like the same age, or he's younger than me. And you lose motivation. Or you feel inadequate. You feel like you're not good enough. All these things come from the lady in red dress when you fall for her when she presents herself as comparison. You know, and it goes for relationships too. You can look at, there's men and women on social media that show their bodies off. They have no shame. And then very easily will the lady in the red dress present herself in your life. And you'll start looking at your partner like, dang, look, this person, look at the flaws they got. They're not built like this model over here. Her skin isn't glowing like this model here. Her leggings aren't as tight like this model over here, right? Mm-hmm. Dumb stuff. And comparison will make you unhappy, and it will just destroy you and everything around you when you compare. You know, we talked about many times about the green cow effect.
Yeah. And that's what you brought up is very, very powerful, right? And the comparison, all this comes from what? There's a big old block on your shoulders, right? Your mind, your mindset. So in what you're talking about, comparison and all that, why are you comparing? It's what your mind perceives. It's what your mind translates. It's the lady in the red dress entering your mind and telling you to think a certain way or to look at it a certain way, right? And I keep saying this is a big one, right? The lady in the red dress is big, and it doesn't matter which form or what's your lady in the red dress. It's a big problem, okay? But the mind is one of the biggest ones. This is personal, life, work, whatever it is. This connects to everything. And so this, honestly, if you can hack this, you can fight the lady in the red dress, okay? And I think because I'm very aware of my thought process, the way I think, and the thoughts that come up in my mind, I can prevent that from happening these days. Have I fell for it? Yes. Everybody's fell for the lady in the red dress, okay? Yeah. But the thoughts that come into your mind, if your mind is not sharp, if that sword is not sharp, the lady in the red dress that enters your mind will make you fall to the temptation, to the distraction, to the thoughts, to the feelings, whatever it is, you will fall to that lady in the red dress. Because this is the most powerful lady in the red dress. This thing right here. Okay? Because if you can't control this, if you don't control, I tell my kids that I coach jiu-jitsu, if you don't control your mind controls you. If you don't control the lady in the red dress, the lady in the red dress controls you. And so whatever you perceive, whatever you see, whatever you think in your mind, that's what's going to happen. That talk, the self-talk that you have, the conversation in your mind. I have a conversation in my mind. We're having a talk in certain times. Temptation, for example. Give me a temptation. What is a temptation?
Like tobacco, alcohol.
Tobacco, alcohol. For me, it's easy. It don't bother me, right? For me, it don't bother me. But it's like, let's say tobacco. I see some tobacco, I'm like, man, that can be good, right? My mind's like, yeah, just try it. Why not? Right? And then I say, it tastes good. You're going to get a little high off of it, a little buzz. So now it's starting to talk even more. But I didn't cut it off. You know what I'm saying? I didn't cut it off. I didn't cut it off. I need to stop it right there. No, bro, I don't want it. What is the benefit of this tobacco? For me to feel good, I should feel good without it. Why do I need to do the tobacco? Why do I need to do this? Instead of letting my mind build this illusion and build this image and let it start drawing and let it paint it and make it colorful and make it sound good and make it sound sweet and taste good. Yeah. Instead of me letting it do that, I cut it off. Because that's a lady in the red dress. Some guys, for example, are in a relationship. You're out at the wrong time of the day, wrong group of people. Lady in the red dress appears as another female. Pretty female. Now, some people may take it as extreme, right? But I don't have to acknowledge that she's pretty, first of all. Even if she is, I don't have to acknowledge. Because the second I acknowledge she's pretty, there's some kind of thinking already happening. This is just human nature. Science, right? Think she's pretty. Imagination starts kicking in. Mind starts spinning. Or I just cut her off and ignore it and walk away and stop the lady in the red dress right there. But some guys let this thing carry on, let it build up. They slip and they fall.
Yep.
Because they get that little high from maybe there's a chase, like it's a chase, right? It's a chase. I get high, I get a feeling, get some dopamine rush, and it gets them going instead of cutting it off.
Dude, the lady in the red dress will be the best salesman in the world.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed. It will convince you of everything that you're not supposed to be convinced of. That's the problem. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the problem. The lady in the red dress is the best salesman in the world, saleswoman in the world, to convince you of doing something that's not the best thing for you. This is the problem with the lady in the red dress. You know what I'm saying? These days, guys buy pictures. Every girl has a link. Well, they got a link there. That's the lady in the red dress.
Yeah.
Well, she ain't even got a dress on. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got nothing on. That's even worse. You know what I mean? But people, why do people buy it? You're not getting nothing out of it. Not to be weird about it, but you're not getting nothing. You're just looking at a picture, bro. What's so satisfying about that?
Yeah.
You get a little dopamine rush. You get a high. So prevent yourself from falling to that high. Prevent yourself from going down that road. Using this thing, having control of your mind. Don't let your mind control you. Control your thought process. Don't let it use its imagination in terms of the lady in the red dress. Use it in good things, but in terms related to the lady in the red dress, don't use your imagination. You need to stop it. And if you can't do this here, if your mind is not sharp enough, if your sword is not sharp enough, that will always win. Guaranteed, it will always win.
Yeah.
That lady in the red dress will always win. Because this is the lady in the red dress, and she will always convince you to do what you're not supposed to do.
100%. Like one example with that is like men will start dropping likes on women's posts. You know, it starts off like that. Dropping likes, then sliding in DMs and getting physical.
Yep.
Just it snowballs, you know. And I think one of the biggest things that you said before you said it related to jiu-jitsu. You said once you crack, when you've done it once, when you've cracked once, it's a whole lot easier to crack again. You know, in terms of like quitting, in terms of you never quit. Because if you quit once, you allow yourself to quit. And you will do it when you get the chance. Because you've done it once. You've done it before. So it's easier to do it again. The same with the lady in the dress. When you fall for her one time, you're going to get addicted to it. You might not even realize you're addicted. To the point that where you try to reject her, and you just can't. Mm-hmm. You know, that's how people are. They can't reject the lady in red dress till it's too late. So you have to reject her every single time at a whim, you know, or she'll get your ass. So another one is this is very big here in America, right? One of the biggest economies in the world, outside of China, but who cares about China? So it's impulse spending. People get their money and they just start spending money on things they don't need, right? So the saying is, I butchered it last time, is spending money, people spend money they don't have on things they don't need to impress people they don't like. You know, one of the biggest people, is not me bashing nobody, women have the biggest shopping addiction. Mm-hmm. Online shopping, Amazon. You know, there's groups like Alcoholics Anonymous, right? You know, now there's groups for women that online shop too much.
I believe it.
And so just impulse spending. You see something, I gotta buy it just to get that high of just spending money and getting a little reward, right? Impulse spending, another one. Some people impulse spend because they just like to get the higher spending. And some people like to keep up with the Joneses. You know, they feel pressured to match the lifestyle of other people and others. And it leads to just trying to fit in with people. Hey, if you got to spend money to fit in with people, to be friends with people, they shouldn't be your friends to begin with, you know? Mm-hmm. So this is one of the biggest ladies in the red dress. And when it comes to impulse spending, what do you got to say about that?
Man, it goes back to the same thing. Everything is going to go back to the lady in the red dress that's up here. And we talked about this on a couple of episodes, is why are you doing something? Being aware of why. Okay? And so if you buy a dress because you need a dress, okay, that's different. If you buy a dress because you think you need to show somebody you have a new dress every time, or you need to feel good about yourself in a certain group, or you need to show status, or you need to always have something new to fit in, that's a lady in a red dress. That's a problem. That's a problem with you having insecurity. That's what that is. Mm-hmm. Insecurity is the lady in a red dress.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so some of these people, like girls, I mean, the girls going to be upset. We're talking about it. But they always have to buy something every damn event. You know what I'm saying? They're in the closet and they're putting outfits on and they have like 4,000 outfits. And this is not the right outfit. I need to go buy a new outfit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why are you putting, like, I get it. You want to look good. But why are you putting that much thought? Like, do you not like it? or you think they are not going to like it. You know what I mean? And so that's one thing when it comes to shopping. But the other thing I think is you hit on the head is the dopamine, like the impulse, the feeling you get when you go shopping. You know what I'm saying? You get, it's a high. People don't pay attention. You get high from that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people got this addiction with guns and ammo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
God forbid me from that.
You know? I don't know why people don't like guns or whatever, but you get the idea, you know? Whatever it is, everybody has their own thing. People like baseball cards, right? Whatever it is, people have that thing that they always want to keep buying, and it never ends. And you feel good when you buy it. That's you not having control of that dopamine. When you get that dopamine rush, or you craving that dopamine, wanting that dopamine rush, you need to control whether you give yourself that rush or not. You get the dopamine rush from social media. You get it from talking to other sex, right? You get it from buying things. You get it from games. You get it from what else? Eating food. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it's indulgence, temptation, indulging in your temptations. That's where the dopamine comes from. But why are you always craving that dopamine?
Yeah.
I get it. Your body wants it. But you have to have control over that. That's a lady in a red dress. So buying things all the time, lady in a red dress. People buy things, like you said, for people they don't even like. Trying to impress people they don't even like.
Yeah.
They don't like them. You know? And people do this and they don't have money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have money and you have no savings and you're just spending money.
Yeah.
That's the lady in the red dress. Why? Because that's going to prevent you from achieving your goals financially. At the end of the day, finance has something to do with your dreams. At the end of the day, I don't care who you are. Money is a factor in your dreams.
100%.
You cannot live without it. Okay? And so why fall for the lady in the red dress spending your money? Hey, I don't need to buy a dress. I have a dress at home.
Yeah.
Or, hey, I don't need to buy another outfit. Let me mix and match another outfit and make it look like a new outfit. Or my dress shoes are a little dirty. Let me wash them a little bit. Let me fix them a little bit. Let me put some paint on them, whatever it is, a dress, leather paint for dress shoes. Make it look new. You know what I mean? Instead of doing all that, they fall.
100%. And here's what I'll say about this, right? We gave a lot of examples. But like, okay, we gave a lot of examples, right? But what's the reason behind the examples? So, like we said, the lady in the red dress, the purpose is to distract you. The purpose is to keep you from being the best version of you. And so when the lady in the red dress presents herself as procrastination and toxic relationships in your personal life, you won't have a fulfilled life, right? When you go out of work and you won't have peace in your life. And this will prevent you from being able to be the best version of yourself for your family, for your career, for your job, wherever you go. Social media, how does this prevent you from being the best version of yourself? This prevents you from being the best version of yourself because you're distracted. You're not putting your attention towards your work, towards your goals. This is taking time and energy away from you. The lady in a red dress, when it comes to food, she is keeping you unhealthy. So you don't feel good about yourself because you aren't healthy. You won't be able to live long enough. You won't be able to be there for your family, right? You won't be able to do a sport with your child because you're not in good shape. You might die at an early age because you didn't eat well. So it's preventing you from that, from your financial goals. When it presents yourself because you want to stunt, because you want to flex in front of people, because you want to keep up with the Joneses. Like you said, if you got no savings, you can't buy that house. It's preventing you from being able to afford that house. It's preventing you from being able to go on a nice vacation with your family, to build dreams, to retire your parents, to keep your wife at home, right? It's preventing you from not having to worry that your child is picking up too many stuff at Target. You know? It's doing all these things, and they may seem subtle. They may seem small, but there's all purpose of it just to destroy you, just to prevent you from being the best version of who you can be. You know, the 2.0 you, which you said before.
Yep. And
then it keeps you as the 1.0 you, and there you go. Your biggest predator, your own mind.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. And guys, we're going to start wrapping it up right there. We have a part 2 coming. on how to beat this, right? Even more, we're going to go deeper into the lady in the red dress. But again, guys, what I want you guys to do after hearing us talk about this a little bit is identifying your lady in the red dress. What is the lady in the red dress for you? Okay, we gave some examples. This first part was to kind of just open up your mind and let you think about what the lady in the red dress is. Okay, so what I want you to do after listening to this is make a list on either in your phone, your iPhone, or your notes, or on paper and pen. Best option, right? Old school paper and pen is identify what the lady in the red dress is. Okay, and go deep into it. Go very deep into it. This way you don't fall for her. And as you start visualizing and using your imagination and thinking and thoroughly thinking about it, right, you will start realizing that you fell for the lady in the red dress multiple times, and she's always around you, wherever you are and whenever. Okay? And so this is an exercise that I want you to do so you don't fall for the lady in the red dress. And when things happen, when the day-to-day happen, I want you to identify the lady in the red dress in your daily life and prevent yourself from falling for her. Now that you know what the lady in the red dress is, okay? The lady in the red dress is going to be your downfall if you don't identify her and stop her, okay? The lady in the red dress is always around you. This is your distractions. This is your procrastination. This is your temptation. This is the sins, right? This is indulgence. This is temptations, okay? This is anything negative that you're not really supposed to do, okay? This is anything that's going to prevent you from becoming a better husband, a better wife, a better boyfriend, girlfriend, dad, brother, sister, businessman, athlete, entrepreneur. This is preventing you from achieving your dreams, living in your dreams, achieving your goals, okay? This is anything that's preventing you from having two sharp swords. That's the lady in the red dress, okay, guys? So I hope this clicks with you. I hope this resonates with you. Let me know what you guys think. Shoot us a message on social media. I will make a post and let us know what you picked up from this. And I hope this helps you guys a lot. It's helped me a lot when I made it kind of like put into a metaphor after listening to Alex Hormozi. Now I'm very aware of the lady in the red dress, okay? And can't let her get you, okay, guys? So that's it for this episode. Episode 2 is coming soon. Thank you for watching Sharpen Your Sword podcast, guys. Remember, sharpen your swords every single day. One is your mental sword. One is your physical sword. Sharpen them every single day so you can be the best person that you can be for yourself, for your family, for your community and your country. This way you can start living in your dreams. Not just dreaming about them, but you get to actually live your dreams, guys. And that's the whole goal and the whole purpose of the mindset of Sharpen Your Sword. And I will see you on the next episode of the Sharpen Your Sword podcast. Peace out.